Hi, thank you so much for watching Devotionables, brief devotions for busy people. I was just spending some time in the Word this morning in Ecclesiastes in preparation for an upcoming lesson in my Sunday school BFG small group class. And just Solomon spends a lot of time talking about vanity of vanities, right? Talking about wisdom. And a lot of that is spent in the sphere of talking about toil, talking about work. It just got me thinking about work a little bit today. And so I just wanted some thoughts, because work is not a curse. Work is before, it predates the fall, right? And so in the very beginning, in Genesis chapter 2, we see the story of how God formed Adam and later forms Eve out of a rib of Adam. And we learned in chapter 2, verse 15, the Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and keep it. This is before chapter 3, right, where, the very next verse in 16, God commands Adam not to eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, right, in verse 17. So eat tree you want to eat in verse 16, but don't eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil in verse 17. And so in chapter 3, they do eat of that tree, and there's the fall and there's the curse. And I think sometimes we think that work is a curse. Like, oh man, if Adam and Eve had not sinned, then we would not have to work. But no, that is totally incorrect. Work is a gift from God. Work is part of the creation's design. Work is a gift, is a responsibility, and work is good. So what is so good about work? Well, work is an image bearer kind of thing to do, right? We are made in the image of God. And as we work, we bear His image, right? He is the master worker. God is always at work. We saw His work in chapter 1 of Genesis in creation, the very orderly account of bringing all that we see and know in this world, in this universe. Out of nothing, He creates. Out of chaos, there's order. God is the master worker. And so it is good for us. We kind of, it's part of our image bearing, so to speak, to work. Work pleases God. He's got that part of that design that we were to do, right? So Adam is formed, he's created, then he's put in the Garden of Eden to work. It's part of the design that we see of mankind, right? Of human beings. We are to work. Work blesses others. So work is part of the design, the created order, but also it blesses others. You think about the cultural mandate to go be fruitful, multiply, create things, right? And so just in general, at just a foundational level, work then blesses others, right? When we create things, when we provide things, it blesses others. And that's another thing we want to see, that work provides, right? The fruit, there's fruit for your labor. So you work the ground and crops come up, right? You work, you are provided money, right? A paycheck. It provides for others. And in fact, Paul said, hey, if a man is unwilling to work, he should not eat, right? There's a part that God uses work to provide for us. He provides work. He provides the fruit of our labor. And work also protects. Work protects us in the sense of, a lot of people have said that, and I can't remember off the top of my head who said this, but idle hands are the devil's playground, right? Idle hands, idle minds. So idleness is just anathema to the way of the Christian life, to the gospel. And so work is a gift, and it's so good. So it's Hump Day, Wednesday, that this is releasing. Thank God for your work, and work to give Him glory and to bless others. And as Solomon would say in Ecclesiastes, to consider joy and to find enjoyment in your work as you do what God has called you to do. God bless you all.